Our smartphones have become indispensable companions, seamlessly integrating into every aspect of our lives. We rely on them for communication, information, entertainment, and even navigation, making them essential tools for modern living. But this constant connection comes at a cost, often unnoticed until it's too late. Without realizing it, we've handed over the reins of our attention, allowing these devices to dictate our thoughts and actions, subtly shaping our daily lives.
We've become slaves to the very tools that were meant to liberate us, trapped in a cycle of dependency. The persistent buzz of notifications, the endless scroll of social media, and the constant fear of missing out have created a digital leash binding us to our screens. This leash tugs at our consciousness, pulling us away from the present moment and into the virtual world, where time slips away unnoticed. We check our phones instinctively, even when there's no reason to, driven by an unseen force that compels us to stay connected. We are no longer in control. Our phones are. They dictate our actions, our thoughts, and even our emotions.
This dependency is not accidental. It's by design, meticulously crafted to keep us engaged. Tech companies employ psychologists and behavioral scientists to craft apps that exploit our vulnerabilities, ensuring we remain hooked. They understand the human brain's craving for novelty, reward, and social validation, and they use this knowledge to their advantage. And they use this knowledge to keep us hooked, ensuring we return to our screens again and again. The average person spends hours each day glued to their screens, sacrificing real-world experiences for the fleeting satisfaction of online engagement, often without realizing the trade-off. We're trading genuine connection for the illusion of belonging, mistaking digital interactions for real relationships. We're losing ourselves in the digital echo chamber, forgetting the richness and complexity of the world around us, and the true value of being present in the moment.
Social media promises connection, a vast network of friends and followers at our fingertips. It offers the allure of being constantly in touch, always in the loop and never alone. But this promise is often hollow. Despite the constant notifications and messages, many find themselves feeling more isolated than ever. The curated perfection of online profiles masks the messy reality of human experience. Behind every perfect post is a story untold, a reality unseen. We see only the highlights, the carefully constructed narratives, the filtered photos. These snapshots are just a fraction of the full picture.
We're presented with a distorted view of reality. The more we consume these images, the more our perception of reality becomes skewed. This constant exposure to idealized versions of others can fuel feelings of inadequacy and envy. We start to measure our worth against these unrealistic standards. We compare our behind the scenes to everyone else's highlight reel, leading to a downward spiral of self-doubt and dissatisfaction. It's a cycle that's hard to break. The more we scroll, the more we feel like we're falling short. The endless feed becomes a source of anxiety rather than connection.
The pursuit of online validation becomes an insatiable hunger. Each like, comment, and share gives a brief moment of satisfaction. We crave likes, comments, and shares, seeking external affirmation to fill the void within. But no amount of online engagement can truly satisfy our deeper needs. But this validation is fleeting, a temporary fix that leaves us wanting more. The joy from a notification fades quickly, leaving us in search of the next hit. The irony is that the more we connect online, the more disconnected we become from ourselves and the people around us. We lose touch with our own emotions and the real world.
We're sacrificing genuine intimacy for superficial interactions. The depth of real conversations is replaced by shallow exchanges. We're losing the ability to be present in the moment, to fully engage with the world and the people we love. Our attention is divided, and our relationships suffer as a result.
The digital world operates on a different currency: likes, shares, and followers. These virtual tokens have become the new measure of our worth.
These metrics have become the measure of our worth, the yardstick by which we judge our success and popularity. Every like, share, and follow feels like a validation of our existence. We chase these virtual tokens, often at the expense of our well-being. The constant need to stay connected and updated can be overwhelming.
The pursuit of online validation can lead to unhealthy behaviors. We may find ourselves obsessing over every post, every comment, and every reaction. We post photos and updates designed to impress, crafting an online persona that may not reflect our true selves. The pressure to maintain this facade can be immense. We filter our flaws, exaggerate our accomplishments, and curate an image of perfection. This constant editing and filtering can make us lose touch with reality. We become performers in our own lives, always on stage, always seeking applause. The line between our real selves and our online personas blurs.
This pressure to project an idealized image can be incredibly stressful. The fear of not measuring up can be paralyzing. It can lead to anxiety, depression, and a distorted sense of self. The more we compare ourselves to others, the more inadequate we may feel. We become so focused on how we appear to others that we lose sight of who we truly are. Our true identity gets lost in the digital noise.
The quest for likes and followers can also be addictive. The thrill of gaining new followers or receiving likes can be intoxicating. The dopamine rush we get from positive feedback reinforces these behaviors, creating a cycle of dependence. We crave that next hit of validation. We become hooked on the validation, constantly seeking our next fix. This endless pursuit can leave us feeling empty and unfulfilled.
Tech companies understand the power of dopamine. This neurotransmitter, associated with pleasure and reward, plays a crucial role in addiction. Apps are designed to trigger dopamine release, keeping us engaged and coming back for more. The endless scroll of social media, the unpredictable nature of notifications, and the gamified elements of many apps all contribute to this dopamine loop.
We're constantly being bombarded with stimuli designed to keep us hooked. This constant stimulation can overstimulate our brains, leading to anxiety, difficulty focusing, and sleep disturbances. We become so accustomed to the constant buzz of notifications that we struggle to find peace and quiet.
The more we rely on our phones for entertainment and validation, the less we engage in activities that provide genuine fulfillment. We sacrifice hobbies, relationships, and self-care for the fleeting pleasure of online engagement.
Social media is a breeding ground for comparison. We're constantly exposed to the curated lives of others, leading to feelings of envy, inadequacy, and self-doubt. We compare our worst moments to their best, forgetting that everyone experiences highs and lows. This constant comparison can steal our joy.
It can make us feel like we're not good enough, not successful enough, not happy enough. It can lead to a downward spiral of negativity and self-criticism. The curated nature of online profiles makes it difficult to distinguish between reality and illusion.
We see only the highlights, the carefully constructed narratives, the filtered photos. We forget that everyone struggles, everyone has flaws, everyone experiences pain.
The more we compare ourselves to others, the more we lose sight of our own unique strengths and accomplishments. We forget to appreciate our own journey and celebrate our own successes.
Tech companies are not benevolent entities, they are businesses driven by profit. Our attention is their product, and they're constantly finding new ways to capture and monetize it. Our addiction to smartphones is not an accident.
It's a carefully crafted business strategy. Tech companies employ psychologists, behavioral scientists, and data analysts to design apps that exploit our vulnerabilities. They understand the human brain's craving for novelty, reward, and social validation. And they use this knowledge to keep us hooked. The longer we stay engaged, the more data they collect, the more targeted advertising they can deliver, the more money they make.
Our addiction is their profit. The more time we spend on our phones, the more valuable we become to them. We are the product, and our attention is the currency.
Smartphones have blurred the lines between the real and the virtual. We live in a world where online interactions often take precedence over real-life connections. We're sacrificing face-to-face conversations for text messages, shared experiences for social media updates.
This shift from real to real has profound consequences. We're losing the ability to connect with others on a deeper level. We're forgetting the nuances of human interaction, the subtle cues of body language and tone of voice. We're becoming more comfortable communicating through screens than in person. We're losing the art of conversation, the ability to listen attentively, to empathize, to build genuine rapport. The virtual world can be a lonely place. Despite being constantly connected, we can feel profoundly isolated. We're surrounded by virtual friends and followers, but lack genuine human connection.
Smartphones are marketed as tools for productivity. They promise to help us manage our time, stay organized, and achieve our goals. But the irony is that these very tools can be our biggest distractions. The constant influx of notifications, the allure of social media, and the endless stream of information can derail our focus and impede our progress.
We're constantly being interrupted, pulled away from the task at hand by the demands of our devices. We multitask, switching between apps and tasks, believing that we're being efficient.
But research shows that multitasking is a myth. It actually reduces our productivity and impairs our cognitive function. The more we rely on our phones for productivity, the less we develop our own internal systems for focus and organization. We become dependent on the very tools that are supposed to be helping us.